Hi Aries, welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. I'm Amanda. This is going to be your reading for August 2019, starting with the new moon in Leo on July 31st. So, right off the bat, big message coming through, really big message coming through from the priestess. All right? The priestess is showing up first thing in your reading. You're being called, Aries. You are being called. I'm doing my best with the lighting here. It's evening. But I want you to see the cards the best you can. So one thing I'm seeing in the card is the way she's got her finger out with the snake here. It's almost like she's beckoning. And I felt as soon as she came out, I was like, she's calling you. Okay, she's beckoning you in some way. To what? She's beckoning you to transform, because we have snake energy. Snake energy is very Scorpio. It's very much about transformation, shedding skins. All right, doing that, facing the things that are scary, because snakes feel scary to us, usually. Facing the things that are scary. She's facing you to look at some stuff here. I'm also seeing her stepping up onto this crescent moon, and I got, you need to step up your intuitive game. Kind of a harsh message coming through, but the priestess does not mince words. It's like, it's time. You need to step up the ways you act on your intuition. This is about listening to your intuition and honoring your intuition by then acting on it. Rather than just listening to it or just like, yeah, I kind of felt that. If you find yourself saying in retrospect a lot, like, yeah, I kind of felt that. Yeah, I kind of felt that. I kind of knew it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's you saying, my intuition was right and I didn't act on that. And that's okay. We all do that. That's how we learn to start listening to our intuition and actually trusting it and acting on what it says. And listen, I get why you don't. A lot of times the things our intuition tells us to do don't necessarily link up with the reality that we can piece together logically. And so it seems like there's not enough evidence to support us following our intuition. And so we don't end up doing that. But 9 times out of 10... on the other side of it, you'll go, yeah, I kind of knew. Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, I was kind of saying that all along. And it's like, I'm feeling the priestess's energy being like, stop that. Like, she doesn't want to hear it anymore. It's a little harsh, but it's true. She doesn't want to hear it anymore. She doesn't want to hear how you kind of knew that was going to happen, or you kind of knew what was right for you, but you went ahead and did this other thing anyway, So, okay, you're getting a little schooled right off the bat. Sorry about it. Sagittarius energy. So what is she calling you to? She's calling you to higher heights. See how this bow, this person, this like centaur figure has got the bow and they're aiming high. She needs you to aim higher. She needs you to think higher. This is like higher philosophy. I think you need to shift your way of thinking, your way of seeing the world. Your operating philosophy needs to shift. You need to think higher minded, higher self, higher seeking. Seek higher. It's just like everything's like higher. This is a call to elevation. This is a call to rise above. And this is also a card that felt like freedom to me. Like, you need to get free. You need to get yourself free. And the way you get yourself free is by aiming higher. This is also a card of belief. Faith. Faith in your intuition. Following your intuition when your intuition tells you, I'm better than this. Or like, actually, my dream is bigger than this, or like my life is bigger than this person, or like this situation, whatever it is. She's asking you to take a higher aim. Because also what I see in this card a lot is just people stomping in place. There's a lot of stomping in place energy, because Sag energy, this is fire. This is, you know, this is your fellow sign here, your fellow fire sign. There's a lot of fire, and I know you have a lot of fire, Aries. And here you are just kind of like stomping in place, staying in the same ruts. The priestess says, aim higher. Shoot your arrows out of here so you can follow. So you stop stomping in place. And then we have Queen of Cups reversed. Here's Queen of Cups upright. So you can see what's going on here. Again, sorry about the light. We got waves. We got sea creatures in the background. We got this person up front with the jar and the gold things dripping down into the jar. Now, this is how it came out. And what I immediately felt was a drain of your emotional resources. Here's all your incredible wealth of emotional resources just being drained. And I believe this came out in your readings before, of like, stop giving to everyone else rather than giving to yourself, rather than putting that energy back into yourself. Here it is. The drain of your emotional resources. That is what the priestess is here to talk to you about. You have to aim higher than people, situations, careers, whatever, that drain your emotional resources. And that's not to say that they're necessarily like bad opportunities or bad environments or bad people. It's just that they are a drain on your emotional resources. Bottom line. They might not be a drain on other people's emotional resources, but that doesn't matter. You know, they might not be a drain in general, but they are a drain on you for whatever reason. Okay. Let's see what else is coming out. Discernment. That's part of stepping up your intuition. Stepping up and following your intuition is using discernment in terms of your emotional resources. Aim higher. Okay, I think you got it. Yeah. 9 of Swords. Things that keep you up at night. It's a card of insomnia. As you can see, we have a person here who's not sleeping, sitting up in bed, tormented by all these other little things. I'm getting distractions. This is all just distractions keeping you up at night, keeping you up in your head, keeping you all mentally taxed. Pay attention to your dreams, even your nightmares. It could be your intuition trying to talk to you, trying to show you stuff over and over and over again. If there's like a theme to your dreams, okay, start writing them down, start tracking them. Instead of waking up with an alarm, wake up with some cognizance of, okay, where was I just now? What was I dreaming? What was that dream? Repeat the whole dream to yourself in your head. Or what I do is I just grab my phone and I like audio record it immediately. Just speaking it out loud, talk to text. What happened? And I keep it in my notes. That way I can go back and later in the day I'll read it and I'll be like, wow, I never would have remembered all that. I'm so glad I spoke it as soon as I woke up. Okay. I think your dreams, even your night torments, are trying to tell you something about this situation. You know, it came out in reverse, which makes me think that as soon as you know, it kind of goes like this. You can't see what I see, but I see like a mirror between them. Maybe if I go like this. There's like a mirror happening here. The priestess is sending these dreams to you because it's a mirror for you. It's trying to get you to see that you are a deeply intuitive being and that your dreams are not just projections of your mental realm. They are your intuition speaking to you. And the way you get them to stop keeping you up at night, perhaps, is by listening to them. You know? Listening to them What are they trying to say? This image of the priestess going like this. Come closer. Okay. All right. I will come closer. You know, like, obviously, this can be intense mental stuff going on. So, like, I highly recommend, especially if you are having hard dreams and you are diving into this realm, having a therapist, talking, you know, sharing this process with a therapist, with a trained professional, someone that can help you, someone with those counseling skills to help you through this process. Because, you know, Priestess and Nine of Swords combined, this is some hard stuff, and it's hard to see by yourself. So please do seek resources outside of yourself for that help, and professional resources are always a great idea. Okay, but the feeling that I'm having is by listening to what your dreams are trying to tell you, and by like saying, okay, well, what was that? If I decide to take this dream literally, even if you just do it as an exercise, what would it be saying? Okay. Your dreams may be trying to get you to aim higher. They may be trying to point to the ways that you are draining your emotional resources. Maybe. It's worth a thought. Okay, what else for Aries? Yeah. Check this out. Well, first of all, 9 of Coins. I love this energy for you. I think this came out for you before, Aries. Sorry, I'm really trying to deal with this light. I think I made it worse. Oh no, I made it better. Okay. This person standing on their own, nice and solid, dancing on their own, okay, to bring up a Robin song that you might want to go listen to, okay? So here she is. Here's this person dancing on their own and doing fine, doing just fine, and pointing up right at the emerald. That beautiful heart stone, okay, also a stone of wealth. This is a person, this is like entrepreneurial spirit, someone that makes money by doing the skills that are innate to them, handles their money on their own, like basically completely self-sufficient, and this energy is right at the center of your reading. This is solo energy. This is single energy. Okay, so for some of you, this drain on emotional resources could be relationships, and this is telling you what your instincts are trying to tell you, which is that you need to be single so that you can focus. See, this energy is very focused on the goal. And coming out right under Sagittarius, like, come on. She's pointing right up at this thing, which is telling you to aim higher, to think bigger, to dream bigger, dream higher, telling you to believe in yourself and your work and your autonomy and your self-sufficiency and your ability to take care of yourself. I know I kind of have like mom vibes in this reading. It's because I'm telling you, that's what came out with the priestess from the start. It was like, she came out with attitude. She did. I'm trying to ease up, but like the feeling is very much like, you need to do this. Okay, what else for Aries? What else for Aries? What else for Aries? I just felt like I needed to mix up the cards a little bit here. Yeah, you're juggling. You're doing the dance. It's coming out right underneath of the drain on your emotional resources. The drain on your emotional resources is you here juggling. You are here juggling, trying to do the dance, trying to juggle both things, trying to juggle many things, trying to have this and that, trying to focus on your career and have this relationship, you know, like trying to do everything. And I'm not saying you can't do multiple things at once. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am trying to say is this juggling act, whatever that means to you, is a drain on your emotional resources. You got to put one of those pentacles down. You just do. Because notice in this card, which is the center message of your reading, there's one thing. There's one goal that she's reaching towards. And the funny thing is, it's like I have this feeling that once you reach towards that, all the other things will also fall in place, you know? Mm-hmm. So, whatever is currently a drain on your emotional resources is causing you to have a hard time manifesting what you're trying to manifest. Here's the magician. The magician is the ultimate manifester. The magician has the tools at their disposal, and they know how to work with them. And they work with those tools to bring their dreams into reality. The priestess and the magician work together because the magician takes the intuitive hits from the priestess, the unseen, if you will, and brings it into the scene, brings it into form, takes abstract into form. That's what the magician does. And right now the magician's coming out for you in reverse. You are unable to do that at this time, or you are struggling to do that at this time because there is a drain on your emotional resources. And for some of you, that is definitely happening through this mental sphere, through all of the worries, all of the anxieties, all of the things that are keeping you up at night, stopping you from getting adequate rest, occupying your mind space. Because even with the drain on the emotional resources, this very emotional card, still is the point of drainage is from the head. It's this jug on top of her head that's dripping the gold. It's like leaking gold. You have a leak, my friend. You have a leak on your energy, and it's keeping you up at night. And I think it's something that you just keep choosing over and over to juggle, and you just gotta quit it so that you can really manifest what you're trying to manifest. And yeah, this is that whole, once you choose to do that, there's like this massive transformation that happens. Again, with the arrow with Sagittarius, we have another arrow here with the death card. It's not literal death, okay? It's metaphorical. But here we have, I don't know if it's like Sophocles or some sort of philosopher up here, again, speaking to the higher philosophy. It's like, what's your higher philosophy? Live by your higher philosophy. Practice what you preach. That's part of what the High Priestess is saying here. You're talking about getting into your intuition and following your gut or whatever. Like, practice what you preach. Okay. This transformation process is helping to head you in a new direction. You are literally, what I'm seeing here, wow, there's actually a super cool trajectory, and I hope you can see it in this lighting. See the line? Straight up. It's like the arrow, boom, the transformation process that happens way underneath, like at your root. Goes up, gives you the autonomy that you are finally seeking and really deserve. The money, the work. This is a really card focusing on work, focusing on like bringing your work into reality, bringing your work into form. Focusing on that, and then like we ascend even higher with the Sag energy. This is your ascension. This is your ascension, Aries, and it is a solo ascension. It is. For a time, all right? I'm not saying you have to be single forever. It doesn't have to go to those extremes. But for now, at least in the month of August, that's what's here for you. We're ending this with the Six of Coins, which is, look at this, everybody's hand out. Everybody's hand out to Aries. Stop giving so much. There has to be reciprocity. You've got to take all that energy of giving to the people around you and give it into yourself. If you did that, you would be able to manifest what you are trying to manifest. You would be able to be this 9 of coins, dancing on your own, standing on your own, focused energy that you are. That's the transformation you are trying to make, and you will be able to do it once you stop giving to everybody else and pouring your energy into other people. It's not selfish. It is self-preservation at this point. You got to do it. You have to do this. This is imperative at this time. I'm really feeling that. And then once you do, anything that you invite back into your life has to offer equal reciprocity, equal give and take, a balanced give and take. It's not balanced right now. Here we have this person trying to juggle these things, and it's calling for balance. It's not balanced. Not balanced. Not balanced. This whole section is a drain on your resources. Emotional, physical, everything. Okay, so we're already at 20 minutes. Let's get some clarity. We're going to use the slow Holler deck. First, I want to clarify the drain on the resources. Let's clarify this row here. The Queen of Cups, the 2 of Coins, and the 6 of Coins for Aries. What is this drain on the resources? Okay, interesting. We have the Traveler of Knives or the Knight of Swords. This is energy of like not saying what you need to say because you're stuck between the head and the heart, going like head to the heart, to the head to the heart. It's like a pinging back and forth energy in rocky emotional waters. These are rocky seas. There's a message in a bottle here. There's a message that wants to come through from your higher self, from the priestess, from your intuition. But here you are pinging between your head and your heart, which, by the way, it's a bit of a wounded heart. There's a knife stabbing in it. Okay? So part of what's draining on your resources is anything that keeps pinging you between your head and your heart and your head and your heart and your head and your heart and ultimately stops you from saying what needs to be said. I just saw 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8. A number of coming into your power, a number of manifesting what you need to manifest. The Magician. The infinity symbol of the Magician. That's what's stopping you here. That's what's stopping you, Aries. Any situation that does that to you is a drain on your resources, including you doing that to yourself, you know? It like keeps you chained. See that? There's a chain here. And it keeps you from speaking, acting, going forward and acting on your intuition when you're pinging between your head and your heart and your head and your heart and your head and your heart. Ultimately, the Traveler of Knives, the Knight of Swords, is a card of taking swift action. Taking swift action towards communication, saying what you need to say. So you need to say what you need to say here. Is there anything else to clarify what's the drain on the resources? Well, we just have another repeat card here, the Magician. The Magician in reverse. I'm also seeing here, specifically in this card, because I'm noticing the fan. There's like something being hidden. Something being hidden. So some of you might be dealing with like trickster energy. People coming in and sort of like not telling you the whole truth or not telling you the whole situation or not revealing the whole thing to you. Sucks your energy. And it sucks. What I'm seeing is like you giving other people the power to be the magician in your life takes away the power from you. Takes away the fact that you are actually the magician. You keep like seeing other people as magicians. You are the magician. That's pretty specific for somebody. One more card clarifying this drain on Aries energy. What is the drain on the energetic resources, emotional resources, physical resources? Too many cards. Okay, we'll take this one since it's stuck on the board. Yeah. 7 of Vessels, mental confusion. getting caught up in fantasy and illusion, not seeing things for how they are, or seeing like so many possibilities that you can't see the forest for the trees. And we got someone here that's just like got a headache and literally has a thing of pills here. There could be a little bit of escapism going on. There could be substances at play if that feels true for you. It's too much. Whatever this is, it's mental overwhelm, it's mental confusion, and it's got to stop. Whatever overwhelms you, confuses you, stops you from saying what you need to say, makes you do this juggling act between your head and your heart constantly. No, 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 no. And someone coming in and playing any sort of like trickster energy, or anybody that you give your power to, is a drain on your resources. You're giving too much. You're giving your tools away. Magician. So let's clarify the Magician here. Let's clarify this whole row. High Priestess, Nine of Swords, Magician. What is this row here to tell Aries? More Swords energy. You're trapped, trapped, trapped. Trapped because you're keeping this blindfold on. Do you see how if this person just uncross their arms, take off the blindfold, they would see the knives that are all around them. They would see the reason this is happening. They would see the reason that they feel trapped. They would see the reason that this, like, what traps them from being able to manifest. Okay. Why is the Nine of Swords here for Aries? Nine of Swords in reverse. I want to get some specifics on this. Why is the Nine of Swords in reverse for Aries? Something's not working. Three of Stones in reverse. It's like something's not working and you don't want to see it. It's keeping you up at night. This is, the Three of Stones is a card of like things working together, working in harmony, working to build something. You're not working to build something real. 3 is the number of like a balanced foundation. Also, something else I'm getting with this card specifically, since it has a journal on it and like a ship. See the boat, the sailboat? It's speaking to me of like a more literal specific message of like, you need to dream journal. Like, quite frankly, here's the journal. You need to be keeping a record of what you are dreaming, perhaps with the goal of trying to figure out what your intuition is trying to tell you. All right, so maybe get back to a journaling practice, start a journaling practice, some sort of container for your thoughts so that you can examine them and start to see what's going on. Okay, and finally, why is the Priestess here for Aries? Yeah, because she's trying to move you in a new direction. Here's that Chariot. I think this came out for you before. She's trying to take you out of here, man. She's trying to take you out of here. She's trying to help you get where you need to go. Forward movement in a new direction. And notice how this person's laying in the back of the truck looking, again, solo energy, which is like you and your dog, in the back of your pickup, looking up at the stars, by the way. Sorry, looking up at the stars. Higher guidance. Guidance from what we can't totally see. All right, let's get some clarity on the Death card. What is the transformation process that's here for Aries in the month of August? What is this transformation process? Here's the Hanged One. Precipice energy. What has you bound currently? Stuck in limbo, hanging. This is a shift in perspective. A shift in perspective. Cut you loose. That's what I keep feeling like. You need cut loose. Cut you loose. That's the transformation process here. And it's like, you know, if this person gets cut loose, they're going to fall down into this rabbit hole. And maybe that's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of this like zoom, 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 like vortex down here. That's just your intuition. Don't worry about it. That's just your intuitive depths that are going to help you through. It might feel like you're going down the rabbit hole, but there's a purpose for that. And let's look at the Nine of Coins. The central energy here for Aries. What's the Nine of Coins energy trying to say? Yeah, this wanted to come out earlier. Student of Stones, because you're trying to learn how to build. You're trying to learn how to work with the earth energy, how to work with this element, the Magician, actually manifesting something new. You're still a student, all right? You're learning how to do that. But there's no way to really learn how to do that until you try. You just got to start. You just got to start. Okay. And Sag. Why is Sag energy here for Aries? We got 2 cards. Architect of Branches, which came out before, I believe, in the last few readings. I'm seeing like the things that you're afraid to burn. The things that you're afraid to leave behind. Because this is kind of a funeral pyre. It's kind of like put the stuff on the pyre, set it on fire, and then the smoke rises up into the air, which is what I felt with Sag energy, like rise up. And then what's coming underneath it, of course, the Wheel of Fortune. There we go. Sort of. Okay, Fortuna. Fortuna is here. The wheel of change is turning. All right. You know, whether you believe in God or any sort of higher power, and if you don't believe in any of that, I think what we could all agree on, maybe, is that we can believe in change, because change is the constant. Change is the only constant. So here it is showing up as God for you in this reading. Change is your only constant. And it's coming. It's here. This row is speaking of transformation, of what you have been doing, calling you out of some hard energy here, really trying to get you to listen to that intuition. It's like the wheel's going to turn. The wheel's going to turn, and the wheel is trying to turn in your favor. Jupiter is in Sagittarius right now. Jupiter, the card of fortune. Jupiter wants to bring you good fortune, okay? It wants to bring you good fortune and expansion. It's in Sagittarius right now. Let it do that. Let it do that for you. Go with the change, this flow of transforming into someone that is a solo, self-sufficient entity with a clear and direct focus in order to shoot higher. That is what you are being asked to do right now. All right. Let's get some shadow energy for you. This is the El Goliath. Beautiful, beautifully illustrated shadow deck. Okay. That was the priestess, by the way, that just peeped out. So shadow energy is the things that we're afraid to face, either within ourselves, within a situation. But when we do face them, we might realize that they contain quite a lot of power for us. And it's energy that I felt a lot with this Nine of Swords. It's like if you face the things that are plaguing you, that's where you get your power back. So what is the shadow energy that's present here for Aries? I kind of felt that. 2 of Cups, the intertwined snakes. This could be speaking towards codependency. You know, the shadow energy of togetherness is like people that are just entwined in stuff they don't need to be entwined in. Again, a drain on your emotional resources. The tongues are very tied up. And there's the symbol of Mercury or Hermes right in the middle here. A symbol of health with a roaring lion, Leo season. Something's trying to get you to look at the way your energies intertwine. So this could be with other people, because I do feel that very much with this row of like a drain. There's someone, something, maybe many people draining your resources. Look at the ways that you intertwine yourself with others. Is it healthy? Is it helping you? Is it serving you ultimately? What's going on here? Okay. Also, the energy, of course, you can see it's speaking to the light and the dark. It's speaking to the light and the shadow within you and the ways that they intertwine. They're intertwining whether you know they are or not. So this is a call for you to sort of awaken to that, awaken to those energies at play within you so that they can work in harmony with one another rather than being in a battle for control. That's how you become the magician. Let's get a little Akta Spåman advice for you, Aries. What's the advice for Aries in the month of August? Advice for Aries, please. All right, we got 2 cards. Oh, the harsh sarcasm. Check it out. Be the gift that keeps on giving. I kid you not. That is the card that came out. I want you to see this. Be the gift that keeps on giving. And look at this person, bound. Just like spread open. Sure, come on in, take it all. You're giving too much. Sarcasm, all right? Sure, go ahead. If you be the gift that keeps on giving, you will have nothing left. Your resources will continue to be depleted. Told you, the priestess is not mincing words today. And then this is interesting. If you never ask, the answer is always no. If you never ask, the answer is always no. So what's coming through for this is the Sag energy. This is the seek higher, dream bigger. Ask for what you need. You know, this is you like receiving in return rather than just assuming that your role is to constantly give. How about you ask for what you need and see if you can get it? If you never ask, the answer is always no. Ask for what you need. Ask for the boundaries that you need. Ask for the space that you need. Ask for the time that you need. Reclaim your time, you know? All right, let's get you a major arcana. Beautiful botanical tarot guidance. What's the guidance here for Aries in Leo season? What's the guidance for Aries in the month of August, please? The guidance for Aries in the month of August at the time of the new moon in Leo. Beginning of August here for Aries. What's the guidance? Wheel of Fortune again. Star Anise. Go with it. The changes that are trying to happen here, go with those changes. Allow fortune to bless you in the way that it's trying to. All right, go with the flow. Go with those changes. Do not resist the winds of change. All right, Aries, this has been your reading for the month of August in 2019. If you're enjoying this, please do click that like button. It helps us ride the wave of the YouTube algorithm and get this video out to the other Aries that need to hear it. If you are really enjoying this, please do click subscribe so that we can stay connected moving forward, and we'll check back in mid-month, mid-August, see how all this is playing out. If this sounds like I was speaking right to you and you would like a personal reading, there's lots of options for that. You can visit my Patreon. The link is below. Become a patron and you get a personal reading a month. You can also just get a one-time personal reading from me, which is on my website, unseenhandshealing.com. The link for that is also below. And I will send you a reading over distance, and we'll hash out how this is playing out in your specific situation in your life. All right, Aries, I wish you luck here at the beginning of August. Take care.